Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Attack Pack Gallimimus. Now, I wasn't going to get this figure, but the reason why I got this was because of the paint. Well, first of all, let me just say, I just don't like the sculpting on this figure. Like, the actual design is fine, but I just really don't like that stance at all, because trying to stand this thing isn't really the easiest thing to do. It looks cool, but not only is trying to get it to stand, like, kind of, not easy, but, just like, there's not a lot of play value here, so I'm not a big fan of the sculpt when it comes to this figure. It would have been nice if they repainted, like, the Legacy Collection, like, running Gallimimus or something like that, but regardless, I bought it anyway because the color scheme, not really based on a different figure, but the colors are actually very similar to a Kenner figure that came out in 1994. Granted, that figure looks kind of weird as far as the sculpt goes, but it's very expensive too, so if I'm being honest, that is a figure I'm most likely not going to get in the future, but yeah. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's just get right into this. I don't know really what else to say, so yeah, I guess let's just do this. So first we'll take a look at the paint, and the painting on this figure is nice. I really like it. Of course, there are some spots they forgot to paint, like the toenails and fingernails, and the underside of the figure here just kind of stops there, but I really do like the, colors they chose for this figure. I think the orange they chose is very nice, very appealing, and all like the blues and everything like that look great. And then the stripes on the back here, they're also painted nicely, a nice like reddish brownish color. And of course the eyes here are painted green with black pupils. It would have been nice if the head was orange too, but I digress. The underside of the figure has this nice like creamish color, which looks alright. Underneath the feet here, of course, we have the scan code and the Jurassic World logo. And that's pretty much it for the paint. And the painting on this figure is good. I like it. Again, just like with, in Mattel fashion, there are some spots that they didn't paint, but honestly, at this point, I'm kind of numb to that. So, yeah, the painting on this figure looks good. I like the colors, and everything here is actually painted clean. I mean, the eyes are slightly off, but you kind of have to look really hard to notice that, because overall the painting here is nice. I do like it a lot. So the painting on this figure is good, so it gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure is pretty basic. This is an attack pack figure, so it's not going to be like an SH Monster Arts figure, but still, there's some articulation. The head can look up and down that far. The arms can move 360, like so. Legs can kick back about that much. And this leg can do a 360, though you kind of have to sort of stress the plastic out, so I wouldn't do that. And by stress the plastic, I mean kind of stress it, or not stress it, just kind of move it around and bend it, which could lead to complications in the future. So again, I would recommend not doing that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. Again, nothing crazy, but for what it is, I like it. So yeah, the articulation on this figure, it's fine. So I'd give it a pass. Now I'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting on this figure, I don't know, it's weird. Like, the actual sculpt, the design of the animal looks really nice, but I just really don't like this pose whatsoever. Like, it would have been nice if they went with this sculpt instead, Just have, this color scheme, but, on this figure. I think that would look really nice. So, yeah, because this figure, it can stand, and it's just, it just looks nicer. But, yeah, other than that, though, it looks good. Pretty much looks exactly like the Gallimimus from, the Jurassic Park series. So, yeah, it looks good. Also, for some reason, it looks like the, between, the elbow here, there's, extra plastic there, so it just looks, really conjoined and weird. I don't get what that's all about. It looks very weird, but, regardless, the rest of the sculpting here looks very nice. So, the sculpting on this figure is good. So, it gets a pass. Actually, no, it gets... I'd say it gets 3/4 of a pass, mainly because I just really don't like this stance, but that's just me. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is very nice, so let's take a closer look. So of course, going to the head here, we can see, a lot of scales and everything like that, which are detailed very nicely, very beautifully defined, excuse me. And the detailing on the neck here, all the creases and everything, look really nice. And the detailing on the side of the body, again, looks great. I'm trying not to, shake my hand, so I do apologize for the shaking. But, yeah, the arms are detailed very nicely. And even the legs here have a very nice bit of musculature to them. Very, ostrich-like, and I do like that. And even the feet, too. They didn't just go with, regular theropod feet. These, look like actual emu feet. So, again, that's really cool. I like that a lot. And, of course, all the detailing on the back of the tail here. Very nice, all the creasing and the musculature and everything like that. Really nicely defined. And, yeah. That's pretty much it for the detailing. And the detail on this figure is pretty nice. It could be a little better. But honestly, for what it is, the detailing here looks very nice. I like it a lot. So the detailing on this figure is good. So it gets a pass. So at the end of the day, should you get this? I don't know. You see, I'm not a big fan of the stance. And this is a figure that has been repainted to death. Even in 2018, there are many different variations of this figure. But I like this one a lot because the color scheme, is really close to the original Kenner Gallimimus figure. I wouldn't say it's necessarily based off of that Kenner figure because I remember in Toy Fair, um, it's funny at Toy Fair 2018 when they were first revealing the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys. I think the guy there, not the producer, but the guy to just tell everyone what's going on. He said something along the lines of we are so far the only people in the world to make Jurassic World figures in scale with each other. And in the back of my mind, but Kenner literally did that. In fact, they scaled their figures better than yours. Your Triceratops is way too small, but maybe they couldn't say Kenner because of legal nonsense, which that's understandable, but it's just funny regardless. But yeah, no, I really like the painting here. It does look very nice. I like it a lot. Um, Somewhat film accurate. I know there's a little bit of purple and blue on the Gallimimus in the movie, but you didn't really see it too well. But I know there's concept art that shows it. So yeah, the painting on this figure is really nice. I like it. So yeah. Anyway, this figure is a little under $8. So honestly, that's not a bad deal for what you're getting. It's a nice little Gallimimus toy, and I think it'll fit very nicely with your other dinosaur figures. So yeah. Anyway, if you want to know how big this thing is, here it is with the Attack Pack Dilophosaurus. Oh, the Attack Pack Dilophosaurus stand. Anyway, you get the idea. Here is the Legacy Collection Galloping, or Running Gallimimus. I don't know which is which. But regardless, there it is. And of course, here it is next to Dr. Billy Grant. And here it is with some hand sanitizer. The Gallimimus should be a lot bigger than this, because in the movie it was, a lot bigger, but that still works. That still works fine. So, yeah. Oh. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.